Hi guys, I'm Orhan Butak and today I'm going to talk about more academic versions of if. Although this video is meant for high-level students, I'm going to try to explain it in a clear and detailed way so that everyone can understand what I'm saying and learn something from this video. We can use if sentences in a different way and for a different purpose. For example, we can use if sentences to show the cause for a situation or to show that one thing is dependent on the other. So one action is dependent on the other. So let's talk about type 2 sentences. Type 2, we usually use type 2 when we are talking about something that we imagine. These actions are usually not realistic and they can't be true. But after some time, maybe in the future, they can come true. So the structure for this is if it was were not for somebody something, comma, subject plus would could might, any of these three, plus verb. For example, if it were not for you students, I will not be doing this now. So the reason for me to do it now is you. If you did not exist or did not have interest in English, I would not be doing this. In this sentence, we use type 2 because it is something. I mean, this is the action, not be doing. This is the action we are describing. We are talking about. This is what our focus must be on. This is not real right now because I'm already doing it. But something might happen, like so that I might have to stop video or not share it. So it can change anytime. That's why we use type 2. More academic versions of is if it were not for somebody something. So instead of writing this, we can write were it not for somebody something. Remember, we just need to use were at the beginning of the sentence and remove if from the sentence, and that will be alright. Were it not for you, students, I will not be doing this now. So as you can see, we make changes to the first part of the sentence. Actually, this is called the closed sentence. This is the main sentence. So we don't make any changes to the main sentence. In type 3, the structure is similar, but we use type 3 to talk about something that happened or didn't happen in the past, and it is something that we can never change. So it is something unreal. So it can't be true. So the structure is if it had not been for something somebody, comma, subject, would, could, might, plus have, plus participle to. This is the structure. If it had not been for my father, I would not have gone to school. So the reason why I went to school was my father, and this fact cannot be changed. So then we also need to remember something. A full sentence can also be used in the closed sentence in such structures, and the structure is if it had not been for the fact that. So we write for the fact that plus sentence. This is a sentence in which we describe the cause of an event. Comma subject would could might plus have plus participle to. For example, if it had not been for the fact that my father compelled me to attend school, I would not have gone to school. So in this sentence, I showed that my father was the reason, and I showed it by writing a full sentence using the fact that plus full sentence. The more academic version of this structure is had it not been for something somebody. Again, we write had at the beginning of the sentence and remove if. For example, had it not been for my father, I would not have gone to school. The meaning is still the same. It is just more academic. You need to remember that in formal writing, we can write but for something somebody instead of writing had it not been for something somebody. The meanings are the same, just the difference is that we don't need to write had it not been. We just put but here. For example, but for my father, I would not have gone to school. So now let's talk about how we can apply these structures in IS essays. In IS, we can use this structure in advantage, disadvantage, mostly outweigh, and agree disagree essays, but I have to say that this is my personal opinion. You don't need to limit yourselves to just these essays because these structures are all about the situation, circumstance. If the circumstance of the action that you're describing allows you to apply these structures, then use it. Don't restrict the use of these structures just to advantage, disadvantage, and agree, disagree essays. For example, on the internet, there was a topic like this. I found it on the internet. These days, mobile phones and the internet are very important in people's lives in many regards. Do the advantages of this development outweigh the disadvantages? In this essay, I had my own reasons, and to be more specific, I had my own advantages and disadvantages. In conclusion, I have shown which one I think is more important. Now, look. In conclusion, I am convinced that desirable outcomes from this tendency are of greater significance compared to any drawbacks. So, in this sentence, it is clear that I think advantages are more important. And then I have given my reason, or I have shown what those advantages are by using the type 2 structure. Since were it not for mobile phones and the internet, companies will not be able to reduce the expenses and people would be unable to save their time. So I have shown that positive signs such as allowing companies to reduce their expenses and people can save their time. So these are the advantages. I have mentioned the advantages shortly and written that because of these advantages they are more important. So these advantages are more important. And I have used word not for. So type 2 structure. There is a new topic here. In some countries, an increasing number of people are suffering from health problems as a result of eating too much fast food. It is therefore necessary for governments to impose a higher tax on this kind of food. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So I wanted to try to apply the same structure to this essay, but you can have difficulty in applying them because I have my own reasons for disagreeing with this statement, and that's why based on my reasons I can apply these new structures, but you may not. It's all right. If you think it's difficult, you can choose another topic from the internet, and or you can look at some ideas about this essay from the internet and try to apply these structures in the comment section below. If there are any mistakes, I'm going to try to give feedback to all of you and correct mistakes if there are any mistakes. So that's all for now. If you have learned anything from this video, you can also support me by subscribing to my channel or liking this video or even sharing it. Thank you.